So we've been talking about taking your 30-year mortgage down to a 15, and some of you are thinking, that's impossible, Rachel. And I'm here to tell you, anything's possible if you believe, you guys. And so I brought in Cole here to share her story because she did this. She's like a true life example of going from a 30-year to a 15-year mortgage, and you did it, didn't you?
Yes.
And I like to point out too, you got a little bump,
Yes.
little baby bump.
Yes.
She's pregnant. We like babies around here. Okay, how far along are you?
36 weeks.
36 weeks. Is it your first?
It is.
Second? Yes. First little one.
Yes.
So fun. Which makes this whole story, I think, even better because this
Exactly.
baby's going to experience a 15-year mortgage house and not a 30-year.
Exactly.
Okay, so talk to me about your home buying process. Okay. When was it that you first bought your home? What was your situation? Were you single, married? Tell me everything.
I purchased my home in August of 2005.
Okay.
I closed on my house 2 weeks before I graduated from college. Had roommates who helped pay my mortgage and everything.
So what made you buy a house in college? I'm curious.
I didn't want to rent, and I had a down payment there sitting there because I worked full time the entire time I was in college, and just kind of wanted that freedom away from home, away from renting, and like.
So you had money saved up for a down payment already. So what percentage? How much did you have down for?
I had 5.
And you said, okay, I'm 22, I'm going to buy a house. So you bought the house, and you put it on a 30-year.
It was a 30-year.
30-year, okay. And so tell me about the time when you looked up and you said, oh, I want to do something different. I really want to refinance and change to a 15-year.
After the real estate market crashed and all the interest rates went down so significantly, everybody was refinance. Your interest rate will drop. Refinance. So I thought, okay, why not? Looked into it and said, hey, what could I get? Just at a lower rate. And she said, well, we can do a 15 at 2.3 or 2.5.
2.5% interest on a 15-year. What was your 30-year?
My 30-year was right at 7%.
So almost a 5% difference, you guys, in interest. I mean, that's amazing. That really is. And that may not be the case for everyone, but you guys, if you do refinance, your 15-year mortgage will have a lower interest rate than your 30. Maybe not 5%, but that's amazing. Right. That's like, Jesus is like, I'm going to bless you today. Exactly. That's amazing. So great.
Exactly. So we went through the process, and she said, your payment's going to be less, and we're going to escrow your taxes and insurance. That way you don't have to worry about paying those.
So having that escrow account's like a third party holding some of that and that. Yeah. So you didn't have that. It's
so
amazing.
The first 7 years that I lived there,
yeah,
I was having to pay the higher mortgage payment that none of it was going to principal, plus the insurance, plus the taxes out of pocket.
Yes.
So now I'm going to a lower payment and all of it's together.
So once you got to that 15-year, you were so motivated, right? I mean, you were like,
exactly.
I can pay this quickly, especially since the payment was lower than your 30-year, which may not happen again. But still, I mean, that's part of the story, which is just amazing.
Even if it's a little more, you're paying a lot less in interest over the time. If I had paid it just the payment over the 30 years, my house that I paid $116 for would have cost $240,000. I paid it off in $124,000, I think.
So you paid it off.
15-year.
Don't catch that, you guys. You, what?
Yes, paid my house off, paid my mortgage off.
You have no payments at all.
No payments.
And how old are you?
I'm 35.
35 years old, you guys. Seriously, that's amazing. At 22, that 30-year, if you just stuck with it, you would have been 52 years old when your house was paid for. But not only did you refinance, get a lower interest rate, get a lower payment, but you kept paying aggressively on it. You paid it off by the time you're how old again? 35. Well, Cole, thank you so much for sharing your story. Seriously, it's so inspiring, you guys, because it's like, okay, you can do this. You can go refinance your house, get it down to that 15-year mortgage, and just like what Cole was saying, you get 15, you're like, well, what if I pay it off sooner? And you keep being aggressive, pay it off where you have 0 payments and your house is yours. So I hope you guys are motivated by Cole's story because I think it's absolutely amazing and such a testament that you can do this if you decide to. So
absolutely.
Congrats, girl.
Thank you.
So proud of you. That's awesome. So awesome.